Welcome everybody, this is Ramona from the Healing Grapevine, and today I've got this video to address the questions being asked on Quora specifically are, is a breakfast cereal part of a balanced, nutritious meal? And I thought I could answer that in combination with another one I saw there, which is, when did breakfast cereals become so popular? And it's funny that I spotted these questions because I had just finished reading the Smithsonian Magazine's food issue. And they have an excellent article in here. It's the June edition, 2012, about the food technology behind, for example, breakfast cereal happens to be one of the most processed foods on the market. And in the article that this guy wrote, there are pictures of these huge laboratories employing several hundred, 700, 800 scientists who are doing all kinds of research on the tongue. How does it taste? How does that taste affect the brain? And so there's an enormous amount of science behind breakfast cereal. Now, back to the question, is breakfast cereal part of a balanced, nutritious meal? I always used to chuckle when that comment was made in the marketing advertising spot, and they would have a picture of the table with the bowl of cereal. There'd be bananas or blueberries sprinkled on top of it, a glass of orange juice, a glass of milk to the side, and this is a part of your balanced, nutritious meal to get you going on your day. You know, it was always, for those of us who are foodies, recognized that it was the fruit that was offering more nutrition than anything, which kind of brings you back to the question, well, what is nutrition? And really, bioavailable is one of those words I think everybody ought to get to understand about eating, and the function behind eating is its ability to transfer energy to our cells so that we're rejuvenating cells and growing and healthy and vital and, you know, properly flushing all the things that our body is supposed to do on a given optimal day. Nutrition is literally the fuel. Food should be the fuel of our vehicle, but it has, you know, it's kind of twisted off to the side, and that's another subject I won't cover right now. But generally speaking, your conventional breakfast cereals processed by General Mills, Kellogg's, Nestle's, these companies, are they nutritious? Well, there's a lot of argument about the enrichment that they use, the process that they use to enrich it with a vitamin and a mineral, and that it's not bioavailable. It's too large a molecule, it's of a synthetic nature, and so really the body doesn't know what to do with it. And so generally speaking, for that answer, no, breakfast cereals are not part of a balanced meal. What has added to that idea, or what made that possible, was the fact that there was a banana sliced on top of that bowl of cereal. The other question asked was, why and when did cereal become such a popular choice for breakfast? And that correlates back to the 1950s. And television was on a boom. And there's an excellent TV series that came out a few years ago. I recommend it because you'll get to understand the nature of the beast about advertising and marketing agents. It was called Mad Men, and it was based on the 50s when huge marketing conglomerate agencies were developing and building traction to get into the homes of America. And breakfast cereals were one of the first products to market very specifically to children, to the young minds that are easily imprinted, easily impressed with the idea of a cartoon character, their favorite cartoon character sitting on the box saying, "Eat me," the bright colors, and of course, for a long time, many of us know the little toy that was in the box. And I only picked cereal out that had the toy I wanted because of what I'd seen on TV when I was a kid. So how did breakfast cereals become such a popular food item? Marketing to the young minds. Actually, it also brings up a point as to why McDonald's happens to be one of the most successful fast food chains throughout all history, is because of the figure they used is a clown. Ronald McDonald it has a very impressionable, friendly message to kids, and so he, being the spokesperson for McDonald's, was a large part of attributing to why McDonald's is the, however many billion they've served today, happens to be because of their marketing. So it's all about marketing when it comes to that aspect of why is something popular today. And I really recommend reading the Smithsonian Magazine article to learn better the science and technology going on in our food. And I'm not saying that, broad stroke, it's all bad for you. But it's important to understand a lot of this, because now we're coming into the awareness that genetically modified foods have been in our food chain since the early 90s. We've been eating them without knowing, and what are the potential ramifications and fallout from that aspect of food science technology. Anyway, I wanted to just quickly make a video and discuss those points for a moment, and recommend that, again, you pursue your education, you understand better what you're putting in your body, because everything matters that we do, not just what we eat, what we drink, but what we're doing and what we're thinking, and to slow down and make some better choices. The point of, it's not always about taking it out, although I strongly recommend, Mom, get your kids to stop eating Cocoa Krispies. Oops, name brand. Get your kid to stop eating sugary, salted, high salt, high sugar foods, and the way to do that is to impress them and bring them back into real fruits and vegetables. And so it's as much adding in and giving the body what it really does need. What's the real function behind eating is nutrition. Nutrition is like the car pulling up to the gas tank and sticking the gas in the car and then being able to let the car keep going. So if we experience real food energy exchange and nutrition from live foods, it will help us to make those better choices and start saying, you know what, that's just too salty, that's just too processed, that's just, it tastes good here, but if I get a tummy ache an hour later. These kinds of things we need to become more discerning of, become more educated as consumers, so that we can make those wiser, healthier choices and keep ourselves vital and glowing. So that's all I have to say for today. And just remember, you heard it on the grapevine.